Unlocking Freedom, the Inspirational Wisdom of Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Chapter 1. The Revolutionary Visionary. Jean-Jacques Rousseau was born in Geneva in 1712 into a modest family that taught him early that freedom starts at home. He grew up watching the social injustices of the world and spent his youth as a tutor, a playwright, and finally a philosopher who would change the world forever. Rousseau's journey was one of relentless curiosity and a fierce devotion to authenticity. A defining moment for Rousseau was his decision to publish Discourse on the Origin and Basis of Inequality Among Men, a daring critique written in 1755 that shocked aristocrats and enlightened minds alike. He argued that true freedom comes from aligning with nature, not merely with convention. From this story, the lesson is clear. Bold thinking can transform society. If you feel confined by expectations, remember that Rousseau began by daring to speak his truth. Concrete application. In business, start by auditing your own internal policies. Ask whether they nurture honesty or merely appease authority. Create a quarterly review where employees can anonymously write how the company's culture feels like nature versus feels like a cage. Key takeaways. Rousseau reminds us that freedom is a choice and practice of authentic living. Fearlessness invites change, and the path to influence begins with a single, honest act. If you are enjoying this, like, share, and subscribe for more inspiration. Reflective question. What one belief in your workplace could you challenge today to bring more authenticity and freedom? Chapter 2. The Voice of the General Will. Central to Rousseau's philosophy is the concept of the general will, a collective desire that transcends individual selfishness and reflects the common good. He believed that society could only thrive if its members aligned their personal goals with the welfare of all. In his masterpiece, The Social Contract, Rousseau famously proclaimed, "Man is born free." His own life demonstrated this principle. While living in France, he declined offers to take high office because he feared compromising his ideals. He chose to write instead, to inspire others to see that personal liberty and communal responsibility are inseparable. Motivational insight. In a world that prizes individual achievement, Rousseau teaches that the richest rewards come from collective impact. Concrete application. Form cross-departmental innovation circles where diverse team members collaborate on common goals. Allow each circle to decide how best to allocate resources for maximum societal benefit, rather than just individual performance. Key takeaways. The general will is not a rigid doctrine, but a living, evolving principle that invites every voice to contribute. Unity can be achieved by aligning personal ambition with communal aims, and leadership is true leadership only when it serves the greater good. If you are enjoying this, like, share, and subscribe for more inspiration. Reflective question. In your current project, how can you reframe objectives to serve both personal growth and the community around you? Chapter 3. Living in Harmony with the Natural Self. Rousseau's Reveries of a Solitary Walker shows him in the woods reflecting on nature as a source of truth. He believed that societal pressures corrupt our natural instincts, leading to inequality. His advice: retreat to simplicity, listen to your inner voice, and build a life that feels authentic. One vivid anecdote. Rousseau once walked for hours without food, trusting only the rhythms of his heart and the light of the moon. He emerged with renewed clarity that true wealth lies in learning to live with less and appreciating what one has. Motivational insight. Disconnect and reflect are tools for reinvention. In a noisy world, carving out intentional silence empowers creativity and clarity. Concrete application. Adopt a digital Sabbath each week by turning off screen devices for one day. Use that time to read, journal, or simply walk in nature. When faced with a professional decision, ask yourself whether it aligns with your core values or merely satisfies external expectations. Key takeaways. Authenticity emerges when we honor our natural intuition. Simplicity nurtures resilience, and the mind grows sharper when freed from constant stimulation. If you are enjoying this, like, share, and subscribe for more inspiration. Reflective question. What does your inner voice say when you pull away from distractions, and how can you act on that message in your work life? Chapter 4. applying Rousseau in the 21st century marketplace. Rousseau did not only theorize, he lived a social experiment. He built the Linguist Workshop, where he taught children to write on purpose, not just on command. He encouraged critical thinking, personal responsibility, and the pursuit of a common good as a business model. In modern business, we can mirror Rousseau's approach by creating values-driven organizations that cultivate empathy, participation, and collective ownership. Concrete application. Design your company's onboarding process to include a purpose alignment session where newcomers share what drives them and how it dovetails with the company mission. Foster transparent decision-making with participatory budgeting. Allow employees to vote on investments that affect the community. Motivational insight. A business that honors people's freedom and collective purpose will thrive because people are motivated by meaning, not just profit. Key takeaways. Rousseau's model shows that profitability and principle can coexist. Employee ownership of goals leads to higher engagement, and societal impact becomes a measurable KPI when companies focus on communal flourishing. If you're enjoying this, like, share, and subscribe for more inspiration. Reflective question. How can you redesign a process or product to align more closely with the collective well-being of your clients and community? Chapter 5, The Lasting Call to Freedom. Jean-Jacques Rousseau left us with a timeless message. Freedom is our birthright. Authenticity is our duty. His life reminds us that change begins with honest self-reflection, that collective welfare is the ultimate purpose, and that simple living can provide profound riches. In your personal journey, take the courage to speak your truth, align your ambitions with the common good, and pause to listen to your inner voice. Use every decision as an opportunity to bridge personal liberty and communal benefit. Key takeaways. Freedom is cultivated, not granted. The general will calls for shared responsibility. Authenticity stems from embracing nature and simplicity. If you are enjoying this, like, share, and subscribe, and let this message empower you to live fully and work meaningfully. Reflective question. What is the single action you can take right now to honor Rousseau's challenge? To live freely, authentically, and for the collective good?